Learning is creation, not consumption. Knowledge is not something that a learner absorbs, but rather creates. George Couros. When we think about learning something online and specifically teaching it, luckily for us, I've been teaching public speaking courses online for many years, which is exactly why on this week's episode of MasterTalk, I'm going to teach you how to teach anything online. Hi everyone, Brendan here from MasterTalk on your go-to channel to mastering your talk. And today we're talking about teaching. So let's start conveying our knowledge to other people. Number one, understand your real class size to deliver the most engaging student experience you can. So right now, if you're listening to this video, you fall under one of two teachers. Either the first one being that you're a public school teacher, someone that is forced to deliver content for students that they don't choose for their experience. So half of them might really want to be there, half of them will probably rather golf. And then you have the second type of teacher, which is the engaged teacher. They get to select the people who actually join their group. So the advice for both types is the same. Focus on the most engaged people in your audience and triple down on those individuals and get them results. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a high school teacher and there's 25 students in a group or on a Zoom call, but really 10 of them are paying attention. Focus all of your energy on the 10 people who actually want to be there. And the reason I advise that is because it creates a trickling effect to every other student in the program. And that's how I run my ship, because I'm lucky where I get to choose the people I work with these days. So what I do is I triple down on the people who are the most engaged in the experience, and I get them results first. Everyone else gets jealous. You want your student classroom to feel like a party that a few people got invited to. So I'll give you an instance here. Let's say you're one of the students who isn't really engaged, and your friend loves class and is getting amazing grades and is getting celebrated by the teacher and is getting all these bonuses. Well, now the person who is engaged is going, hey, I want to be a part of this party too. Why didn't I get an invite? And that person starts to do the work until everyone is bought into your experience. Even if only 5 people are engaged, put all of your energy and focus on those 5 people, and you will find success with the experience that you can create for them. Number 2, create exciting projects and exercises that gets your students excited to jump out of their seat and convey their ideas with the world. It doesn't really matter what you teach, whether it's cooking, whether it's science, or even communication. As the facilitator of that experience, you need to be thoughtful about the key outcomes that you want people to take away from your entire workshop, from the way that you convey your ideas. And that's why empathy is so important in that journey. I'll give you an example with my communication expertise. When I coach comms to my students, my focus is on a project that I call your best presentation ever. Students have 5 weeks to deliver the best 5-minute presentation of their life. But the caveat is that they get to select the topic. I don't force them to talk about Shakespeare. I let them choose what they care about so that there's ownership. Because when we have ownership, there's accountability. We want to drive that project to success, not because Brendan is asking us to, but because we're equally excited about that too. So when you think about the concepts and the ideas that you teach to impact the world, ask yourself a simple question. What is the key outcome that I want to drive for my students? What is the easiest result that I can create for them that gets them momentum, that gets them excited to continuously invest their time, their most precious resource, listening to you? And those questions will really open up your ability to find creative ways to get people excited. Whether it's a new recipe that you want them to try, whether it's a small exercise in communication, or even if It's a simple video message that you want them to send to each other. And finally, number 3, define your class culture clearly so that your group of students feel like a tribe, not just a bunch of bystanders. This is very important to me when I facilitate my communication workshops, is because I want people to feel like they're a family. I want people to feel like we stand for something, like we believe in something. That's why our courses are super high energy. We get people to do the random word exercise with nail polish and pistachios. I have them give feedback to each other, and it's this whole thing. But the most important piece of Communication Accelerator, which is our group, is the 3 cultural pillars. And the reason I tell you these pillars is because I want you to write your own. Even if you're a public school teacher, when you convey and live your culture, it helps people feel like they're part of a tribe. So let's go through those pillars. The first one is you cannot buy more time with coaches. You can only earn more time with coaches. And this value is important to us because we want people to earn their worth. Because we're big fans of Kevin Durant's quote, "Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard." So that's number 1. Number 2 is that the best way to learn something is to be a teacher. So focus on everyone else's results, not just your own. So we love to celebrate supportive people in our group. That's what we elevate, and that's what we want in our programs and in our ecosystem. That's what we stand for. And the third value in CA, Communication Accelerator, is that the hardest worker gets to the front of the line. Doesn't matter what your title is, doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. If you are the person who takes action the most, you get most of our attention, you get most of our help, and you get most of our effort to make sure you get the result you're looking for. What is your culture? What are your pillars? For when you have culture and you're clear about what you stand for in your courses, your ideas, and your workshops, you will turn your group of students into a tribe, into a community that sticks. Learning is creation, not consumption. As facilitators of this important work, it is our job to teach the next generation of students the topics that we're passionate about, that we care deeply about. And that's why communication is so essential in your journey. Always refine your process. Because if you can facilitate an experience so good that other facilitators can learn from you, that's when you're really creating a ripple effect that the world will follow suit on. As always, if you enjoyed this week's episode of MasterTalk, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. If you know one person that teaches classes online, be sure to send them this video so that they'll be one step closer to mastering the art of online facilitation. Take care.